Onyx, did you just flip the bowl? Hey, it's Scotty. Are your guinea pigs happy? Let's talk about some questions to ask ourselves when we're trying to determine whether or not our guinea pigs are happy. Now, I say this a lot. First thing is let us realize that even though guinea pigs have a very vast and deep emotional and intellectual life, they are not people. They are not human people. They are guinea pig people, and so we shouldn't apply our human emotions onto them. That said, there should be a way to determine whether or not they feel safe and secure and content and happy. So first thing we want to ask ourselves is, are they healthy and are they active? Because that's going to go a long way to determine whether or not they are happy. How is their appetite? When you offer them treats, do they come up to you? When you fill the bowl or fill the hay rack with hay, do they eat it right away? Are they spending a lot of the day eating? That is a really good sign whether or not they are feeling good and then therefore happy. So I put a little star next to this in my notes. Do they have a cage mate or a grid mate? Not only do guinea pigs need other guinea pigs around so they're not bored, it actually goes a long way to giving them a feeling of security and being part of a herd, which is really important for their well-being. Also, having a cage mate or other piggies nearby allow them to interact and be social, which is a really big part of the guinea pig's life. What, BB? What's the matter? You getting sleepy? You grumpy? Here, you sit on this side then. So something else you want to ask yourself is, do your guinea pigs nap? Are they sleeping? Are they active? Napping is a big part of your piggy's life. And I would think that piggies that are happy and content will actually spend a lot of time napping. Now, the caveat to that is if your guinea pig has some kind of illness and maybe they're not coming out of their house, or they have all of a sudden or recently changed their activity level, that might be a sign of illness. But generally speaking, piggies love to nap. I mean, who doesn't, right? So if your guinea pig is napping, then that could be a really good sign that they are content. What's the matter, BB? You want to go? You want to go? Here you go. We got a grumpy bird. So if you want to determine if your guinea pigs are happy, take a look at their space. Do they have an adequate cage space that's beyond the minimum size? And do they have a place to hide? Do they have tunnels? Do they have things that allow them to interact with their environment and feel safe and secure? Now, you don't necessarily have to clutter up your cage with chew toys and all sorts of little, beds and stuff. In fact, I would actually suggest the opposite. It's okay to have some little chew toys, wicker balls and things, and I love the Fiddlesticks tunnel. My piggies love to chew on it, but you don't want to clutter up even a decent size or a larger cage with too much stuff. They need a house. A tunnel is nice. A hay rack is important. Of course, a food bowl is important, but too much stuff in a small space is really going to prevent them from running around. And a happy piggy is a piggy that does zoomies. So you really want to make sure that your piggies have enough space to run when they feel the urge. Now let's talk about our relationship with our piggies. Do you know their personality? I've got piggies that are troublemakers or escape artists. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Gus. And I've got other piggies that are very sweet, piggies that are, lazy. A lot of this will depend on their age and other factors, maybe what happened to them before you got them, especially if you adopted them from a shelter or a rescue. But knowing their personality is going to go a long way in helping you determine whether or not they're really happy. So do your piggies seem comfortable around you? and we were talking about napping. If your piggies are napping or they're eating or they're doing what they're just doing their thing and you come into the room or you come over to the cage, do they approach you or do they just keep doing what they're doing? Those are really good signs that your piggies are happy, they're content, and they trust you. Now, speaking of trust, I have a taming section in my free guinea pig care guide on my website, and that goes into different tips and techniques and ways to build that trust and to tame your piggy. Now, there is a big difference between taming your piggy and teaching them to do tricks. Now, I've got a room full of piggies. I have all sorts of rescue, volunteer, and other responsibilities, and I don't really have time to teach my piggies to play basketball or to turn around in circles. But if you search guinea pig tricks, I'm sure you'll find there are a number of guinea pigs out there that have learned exceptional tricks, and I encourage you to try it. It's definitely gonna build that bond and build that trust. But aside from teaching them tricks, there are many ways, behaviors, things that you can do to have them trust you, to teach them to trust you, and to prove to them that you are part of the family, part of the herd, and not someone to be afraid of. So if you want your piggies to be happy, I would also recommend that you spoil them. You spoil them with treats, with a great cage space. In fact, I just made a video about how to spoil your piggies. I'll put that right here. But of course, giving them lots of treats. You don't have to give them piles and piles of veggies every 5 minutes. There are many, I like hay-based cookies. There are many things that you can do to spoil your piggies and give them plenty of treats that aren't just veggies. So herbal blends that you can sprinkle onto their hay, pea flakes. There's a number of things that you can do that you can give your piggies to spoil them and show them that you love them and to make them happy. So check out the diet section of my care guide for more information about treats and what is appropriate to feed your piggies. And I should just say, no yogurt drops. No yogurt drops. None of these sticks covered in honey and seeds. No. But there are a number of suggestions about what is good, what is healthy and proper for piggies to eat, and ways to spoil them. It is often said that health and happiness go hand in hand. And so if you want your piggies to be happy and to stay happy for a long, long time and to live a happy, healthy life, learning about common illness is so important. I say that practically every video these days because it just seems like I get a lot of messages, a lot of questions, and people are struggling to figure out what is wrong with their piggies. And learning about common illnesses is a very important and great way to catch these illnesses early and to know what to expect during the course of their lives. So I hope that if you take all of these things into consideration, you will discover, or it will reaffirm the knowledge that indeed you do have happy piggies. And I wish all the best health and happiness for your piggies and for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.